United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, this is the Jefferson Township Board of Trustees work session. It's Tuesday, July the 6th. The time is 6 p.m. So, should we have roll call, please?
Trustee McGuire.
Present.
Trustee Mann.
Present.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Present.
Okay, before we get started, let's have a moment of silence on our military, our firefighters, our sheriff deputies, and road workers as they serve our community here and abroad. Thank you. Let's open the work session. First item of business, follow-up to adjustments to the 2021 budget and appropriations resolutions passed by trustees in the 6:15 meeting.
I did. Trustees, you had passed multiple resolutions making those adjustments. Have you signed all the documents?
I don't think we even got the resolutions.
Yeah, nobody wrote any documents, no prepared any documents for those resolutions. So they're just recorded in the minutes.
And you took the vote for each of them, right?
Yep.
Okay. Who's responsible for doing that?
You updated UAN, correct?
Yeah, I did UAM based on the minutes that I have. We don't have any official minutes written that show that.
Okay, so we need to type up some resolutions. I've got pretty good notes. Did you have some notes on resolutions also?
Just the codes that we moved money and trustees approved that.
Okay.
We could be, you're all human, make mistakes. We might listen to an audio recording. I'm sure the goodness we have an audio recording of it. You use that and write the resolution versus off notes, because sometimes you might add or forget something.
Well, first of all, I still haven't gotten access to any of the meeting minutes from April, since April, from the Zoom meeting, so I still need all of it.
I will be here tomorrow morning. So they're making out of a server for you to be able to have access to it at any time.
They will be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know you had said that, but they were not there last time.
So, Fiscal Officer Edwards, do you want to get together with you and I to get together to write these up? Because I don't know how the votes went.
If I get the meeting minutes, then I can compare what I have and what the changes I made in UAN, and then you should be able to go from there. You just need a template for the resolution, is what you're saying, right?
Right.
So that's what you really need, a template from me for the resolution.
Then I have to give it back to you to have the trustees sign, and then you have to record it in, record all their signed forms in. So that's why I thought maybe we could do it all together at the same time.
28 resolution 28 through 32.
That way, we can type them together, and then you can put them in their box for signature.
I actually have my notes, I think here, if I was on there. It's just that, like he said, if you want to be accurate. I said what was approved.
And then if we can get together and get it done, then we can tell the trustees to come in and sign it.
Yeah, it won't be tomorrow because I don't work on Wednesday.
That's fine. Just let me know when you are free, and we'll do it. Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda, fiscal officer review of audit adjustments Is that the resolution that's in our regular meeting packet?
Yes, sir.
You wanna go over that?
I can go over it the best I can. They're gonna go over that when we have our closeout meeting. But that's something had to be done before they could do the closeout. It's just basically, the last resolution in your packet, resolution in your packet, right before the department report. It's just saying that we had to move money into the general fund, $35,350, into the road, $8,457, and into the police of $29,027. And those are all explained in the audit. And then we had a decrease. Some of that move involved the lighting district and the fire district, because they have to decrease. Now those factors on that list too.
Lighting what?
Lighting is 2401.
And what was the other one?
Fire is 2111.
Okay.
So we got something from the auditor spelling out these changes.
Yes, all that, so the documents they sent that they were having you guys sign and reply to and stuff. You should be getting, I did, I don't know if you guys did, but we gave an explanation during the closeout meeting for audits. You can't really discuss here until they do that in detail.
Okay, trustees, any other discussion on this item that's in the regular meeting tonight?
I'm good.
Mr. Mann? Okay. Next up, review of a resolution for releasing the RFP for the new engine tanker. Review specification as prepared by committee and Mr. Mann. Chief Wright, you have the floor.
I give all three of you the packet pertaining to the new engine tanker. That's what we would like to advertise for bids.
Chief, who's the committee?
What?
It says committee, is that you and Mr. Mann? Is that it?
And
Mr. Mann.
And two of the firefighters.
What was their names?
Chris Widener,
And
yes, Matt Eagle.
Matthew?
Matt
Eagle.
Eagle.
You got a lot of work, that's 96 pages, there's a lot of work there. You didn't have a chance, you just handed it to me, so I haven't got a chance to go through it real close, but it looks well detailed. Fantastic job, I really appreciate it.
We tried to cover
Yeah, I mean, that's,
everything.
I'll be going over this in detail, but, yeah.
Turn signals, headlights, mirrors.
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff covered, it was 96 pages, that's a lot of information, so, I think you did a fantastic job, from what I see.
Thanks.
So tonight, this is basically, we're voting out to post the RFP, or this is the initial stages for what? What are we?
Yes.
We're asking you to consider voting to allow the RFP to be released. And you have information in your packet about what steps that will be taken. It's in the miscellaneous section of what we've done already and where we're going with it. We're asking you to allow us to release it on Friday, this Friday, and we will close it at Friday, July 30th.
You say miscellaneous section of what?
The back of your folder that where you had the brochures and things from the fair and whatnot.
It's the last page.
Okay.
But the chief and the committee and Mr. Mann put together the
Oh,
RFP.
okay.
And Mr. Mann, it's very important to all, but to him as well, that a fair and equal opportunity is put out there for every vendor to bid. And so an RFP allows you to do that. You're not purchasing the truck, you're just going out for quotes, and it's called proposals. You don't have to accept any, you can accept some, you can accept partial. You also can pick a vendor and actually work with that vendor to change the bid. Or you don't have to do it at all. And that's the beauty of an RFP. Years past, the RFP was not allowed. It was strictly an RFQ where you had to take the best or lowest bid or combination. And Roy, you've been through that a lot. So that's all we're asking for, is the opportunity to go out there and advertise to the vendors.
So you've got that the RFP will be submitted, put out, if we vote this in, that it produces, it goes out immediately. It's done on Friday, July 30th. And then in the step process, the next thing would be review those RFPs submitted in a work session. So I would assume the work session after July 30th,
Correct.
the first meeting in August. That work session, we would go over the RFPs.
If you'd like to.
Yes.
Or,
So that's-
or another special work session too, if you don't think you can do it in an hour. But yeah, yes, trustee McLaughlin, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I just want to get this thing moving. Okay, meetings. Okay.
So 2,000 gallons, we're good with all our bridges.
The biggest problem we have is farm lanes,
Okay.
but we usually make provisions for that.
And we do know we have a parking spot inside the firehouse. It's not too long, too wide, anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's all done with that.
So what we do, trustees, just to elaborate, we will put them in order of when we receive them, chart them, and then you all will get them all, copies of every one of them.
So let's produce that a couple days before the work session.
Yeah.
So we can get educated and.
Definitely,
talk
that
about
was my plan that Friday.
Okay, good.
Closing it at 11 and hopefully having it in your hands for that weekend.
Okay.
With the, as you, all of us have heard in this room about cars being delayed on delivery or being manufactured, the same problem is gonna happen with fire trucks.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've got, steel has been slow, so we gotta get the order in, or you folks do, as soon as you can.
Right.
How big a cab is that?
4-man.
4-man. Trustees, any other questions on the specs?
Are you happy with it, Roy?
Any other discussion on this?
Can I say something?
Yes.
So I get, copies of the RSP for the record, for the file, because the reason why I ask this is because other townships, have a call out, the Montgomery County Township Association, they have, where they ask for other vendors and stuff that we've been using, and so we like to get that information, and can't give me records till we don't have any of that stuff on the file, so I need to have that not only for this, but for future stuff too.
Okay.
Okay, next on the agenda, 2020 annual assessments for mowing and streetlights.
In your packet for the 7 o'clock meeting, you have 2 resolutions. We annually assess for the work that was done mowing into the year prior, this time of year, as well as the street lighting. And since Tony McKee is out on sick leave, Your new zoning administrator did both of these projects. So you'll be able to look through the RFP, or not RFP, I'm sorry, the assessments. They're prepared. Tracy, you have them in your packet with the actual addresses.
But, I'm gonna say something, there's only 10 pages, and I know there's a lot more for the street assessment, I know there's a lot more, this is the issue we had a while ago.
We took all 5 or 4 of your tabs and put, and we did that last year. We used the same list from a year ago.
There's only 10 pages, and I know there's a lot more than 10 pages. I only have 10 pages here, maybe you didn't print them all.
No, they're double-sided, and they weren't last year.
But it says 10, page 10. So I'm thinking this is not everything.
Then we need to check that with you, but we used the same spreadsheet as last year that we submitted to county, and the county did the assessment.
It's
So-
like a stack, it's almost, the stack is almost as big as the proposal for the fire truck.
Well, then we need to work with you, but that's was the resolution that we used last year with the same assessments of the properties. So they're identical.
The only thing's changed is the year, and it's not like it's a big deal, but this is not everything, so I just wanna make sure this is not what you want me to submit. I'm pretty sure you want the whole package, correct?
That's the package that we used last year.
Well, let's just check it and.
Yeah, let's check it.
Make sure.
There's no
If we
need.
made a mistake last year, we won't make it again.
Right.
No, that's good. Yeah, good deal.
So the assessments, is what you do for those that are in the street lighting district, and then on the assessments for the abatement of the mowing. The total assessment this year is gonna be $107,953.04. To be on the tax duplicate of each listed property that was mowed and cleaned up last year in 2020. So all I'm asking is to review that tonight during a regular meeting, and if you,
Also, this resolution for street lighting is not the same, because it was a total amount on there, so. This one's gonna have to be done, so I would suggest not voting on this one tonight, until this was done correctly. It needs to have the total amount of assessment on the resolution itself.
I remember that being said several years back when we had the initial issue with the lighting district. I remember that being, them asking that they wanted the tab separated out, but they wanted a total on the bottom of that, just so we could all double check each other and verify. I remember them asking that.
So I'm just suggesting that you guys don't approve this one tonight.
Okay, well, how soon do we have to have that downtown?
I don't think they need to do for September 1st, but the sooner the
don't
better.
know the exact date.
Okay, so that's we need to get a better attachment for the lighting district, make sure we're correct on that. And then for the mowing the grass, for those assessments, is there any chance of getting an attachment with that? It shows us what properties, a parcel number, an address or something, and
Tracy
somebody
has
calls
that
I have
now.
that in the resolution here.
She has
You
that.
got that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a copy of that. If somebody calls you, you want to know what you're doing. Okay.
For a minute, my name to be changed a little bit. Do you have the electronic copy of this, or does
Justin does it,
Justin does?
because he retyped it all.
Yes, so I may need to get electronic copies of this, in order to adjust this thing for the count. They're gonna come back to me and tell me they need a better copy. They did to me before, when this assessment was set in.
Okay.
And so I need to have, even though I get this, I need to have electronic copy, because I submitted to them electronically. I don't mail it to them.
Okay, great.
Okay, that concludes what we have on the agenda. Trustees, do you have any old business? We've got quite a bit of time left in the meeting.
President McGuire, Trustee McGuire.
Yes.
Don't you wanna go to other resolutions before you guys vote on them?
We're in a work session.
I know, don't you wanna review the resolution, so you know you just got the package. I mean, that's something, I know you said that you've got a lot of time.
Okay, so the first one I have is the lighting district. To discuss that, we need a better attachment. I'm going to verify the list, make sure we have a correct list. We don't want to be wrong. The next resolution, assessments on the grass. We talked about that. They're going to produce a new officer is going to produce a list for that, so we all have an attachment on that.
So we're gonna table these meeting?
You don't have to table the, I don't know anything about this, mowing assessment. I just suggested the street light. I don't know, other than you just need an attachment. If you want to table it, then, and then we get you attachment next time.
Well, we have a half hour to be produced.
I don't know, if Justin's not here, right?
No.
So he can-
Oh, okay.
I can't do it.
If you table it, it's still valid at the next meeting, the immediate next meeting, but after that, then
Yeah.
then it
Okay.
expired.
Okay. That was about a hired road worker for a guy that quit, right?
Yes.
Full-time road worker. So you're going to post this inside, internal post?
Internal post only.
Okay. And the fire tanker we talked about with the fire chief, right? Accept the resignations, that's probably another one good. Mr. Wright was about that, correct? You knew about these, okay. And then hiring some, and then the last one you discussed about, so I think we got all the resolutions discussed. You guys see something I don't see?
It's on the next week, guys, where, I mean, no, because I think that would save time if we use those discussions here in the work session, and then you just be able to vote on it in the regular session, it would save time in our regular meeting. This is my suggestion.
Before you close the meeting, at the bottom, there was a typo error. The next meeting is July 20th,
20.
not
Yes.
second.
Yeah.
So, I want to point that out.
Any other old business, trustees?
I don't have any.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Adjourned at 6:23.
Roll call. Trustee McGuire,
Yes.
trustee Mann,
Yes.
trustee McGuire.
Yes.
It's 6:23.